Hello and welcome back to Empyrion Galactic Survival. My name is Spanj. You find me today on a different planet, obviously. It's a snow planet that you found. I wasn't actually that far from where I was last time. So on the end of the last episode, I was over here on one of these moons. I think it was Asteroid Moon 1 or whatever. I don't know. I've only just come over. I've come over to Riser because it's called Riser. But it's anything like the Riser that you might be familiar with. It's a snow planet. It's very cold. It's very barren. It's very chilly out. It's only -10 out at the moment, so it's perfectly fine. But I've parked my ship at this settlement. You know, it's this settlement. It is not owned by anyone. This is like, I don't know. It's just an outlier settlement somewhere out there. It's not Polaris. It's not Xerax. It's not anything. So it's going to be mine. I was looking for a base to plonk my brand spanking new deconstructor into and get to work deconstructing all this stuff that I've got into sort of ingots so that I can actually use them. So I found this settlement and thought, well, that'll do. That'll do very nicely. I haven't actually read the comments on the last video yet because I'm recording this before that last one was even uploaded. So obviously no doubt a lot of you have come back in the comments and said that titanium has been absolutely no problem for you, and I can see why, because moving on to just one more planet, I have come across 27 deposits of titanium on this planet. So yeah, and this is a large snow planet, size class 4. And as you can see, the little squares of territory, the little squares on the map are much smaller, and it's a much bigger planet. But I don't think there are any Xerax or Polaris or Talon or anything on this planet. I think it is a wasteland, an empty, cold nothingness. But it does have a ridiculous amount of neodymium deposits, as well as titanium deposits, and a bit of everything else. It's actually got iron, copper, silicon, cobalt, neo, titanium, and promethium all on here. This would actually be a very good world to set up a permanent sort of residence on. And set auto miners about just tearing up stacks and stacks and stacks of these resources, because these are all very useful resources. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to sort of sit in one place for too long. So what I am going to do is I'm going to utilize this settlement as a base to put my deconstructor in and do some deconstructing. And while the deconstructor is working away on that stuff, I am going to go out with the EX01 and go dig up some deposits. It's not particularly interesting content, I know, but I'll have to go and scout around with the old bolt to find some of these titanium deposits and stuff anyway, and who knows what we might come across. But for now, let us grab this with a core. Go. I'm actually probably going to need the explosives to destroy the core first of all. It is a shame this planet is it's not breathable. It's not breathable. There is no oxygen here. So, but I quite like this settlement. It has this nice glass tunnel all along, and not only that, but there is a very nice fully stocked farm over there. This is a good base. You know, if you're looking for something to take over, you know, this settlement is kitted out. It is ready to go. And the only thing I don't think it actually has is constructor or anything like that. Or certainly haven't found one yet. But then I haven't even been to it all. It's quite vast, really. That it is like settlements that I remember. An old POI called the Settlement, and it was a bit smaller than this one. But okay, don't worry, I've emptied that already. Let's blow the core up there. And then take claim. Ooh, that blew up a lot of stuff. It blew up a bit more than I wanted it to blow up. Oops. Maybe I should have just shot it. Anyway, let's put a core back in quickly before we run out of oxygen in stuff. Well, why? Right. Okay. Interesting. Close enough to. Anyway, I just want a block of. Well, I guess that'll have to do then. That one there, and just to seal this hole up here. There we go. That should make this airtight once more. Maybe we need to turn the oxygen back on. No, was it just not airtight ever? Okay, fine. Oh no, I put the core in the ground. Yeah. Alright, well, let's just take that back up again. A second. Ooh, 1 second. And do a, one of these. Bingo. Oxygen? Hello? No, it might be that there's just no air vent in this sort of, this building, this structure, but whatever. Hi, chaps! Don't mind me, I'm just going to stand on your head. This is a pretty uneventful tower up here, isn't it? Okay, fine. Well, okay, well, it's a shame that I blew up whatever I blew up on the other side of that thing, but it's not a total loss. The point is, this base is now mine. Very nice. Let's have a quick look at the stat. Next base attack, Zilchos. Yeah, I'm pretty confident there is nothing on this planet. Nothing of consequence. No Xerax, no Talon, no Polaris. Nada. Zippo. And it's interesting because we are actually just about inside Xerax territory. Yeah, because it's sort of pink. I've gone too far. I'm in Creole territory now. It's sort of pink, isn't it? So yeah, definitely inside Xerax territory. But they obviously don't care about this planet, and that's fine by me. That will leave me alone long enough to do what I need to do with the deconstructor. I just need sort of somewhere to plonk it. I think maybe here might be a good option. Can I actually connect to the... I can. Lovely. 120 cargo boxes in the, in the STO3 because of because of all the ones we obviously took when we took out the abandoned bunker. So there we go. Pop the deconstructor there. You're very noisy, aren't you? Right, and then we've got a couple of cargo boxes here, but I don't think any of these are going to be really big enough. What I might do is create some normal container controllers, because the base has to process it, you know. So I have to put it all from the STO3 here into a base, into the this settlement, which has got, you know, a fair few little cargo things, but no cargo controllers. Let's do that. Let's head back to there and grab a container controller and some extensions. Markably, I actually think I need to unlock that stuff. Yeah, container controller extension. Grab the ammo one there while I'm there. So, Mr. Constructor, sir, please, sir, can I have a container controller and let's say, I don't know, 30 extensions. I'm going to stick this somewhere out there. Let's have a quick look, see if we can find somewhere nice to plonk it. This like shutter door just clips straight into there. No messing. It doesn't care. It just clips straight in. Happy days. Right, that looks like a nice cargo box here. What's behind you? Like a shower and stuff. Oh, I've breached now. There's still oxygen pumping through here somehow. I don't quite understand it. Yeah, I guess because maybe, I don't know actually why there is still oxygen. Anyway, what we can do is take this this little hut. Sorry, dude. Sorry, my dudes. Take this little place down. No, I didn't want to do that. Has that all gone into my inventory? No, it must have gone in here. It's fine. Okay, let me just put that block back 1 second. So that's the out. And maybe we should put... Oh, shut up! Seriously. Look at this bloody thing. Alright, you know what? You are done. You're done. Alright? You're just done. Just leave it alone. Just stop it. Stop it. Right, anyway. Yeah, I'm going to use this little building here as a kind of place to stick the container extensions. I'm actually going to seal this off. I'm just going to create so much havoc in this little place. I'm going to tear things down and pop things up every way. You know, why are these blocks even here? Why? I don't know. This is just going to be full of container extensions, so it's really not all that important. You guys can fall down. There we go. Okay. So let's have a look, see what we got. We should have container controller module. Yep. And about 28 extensions. Fine. We'll put the module there. Right, we can access that. It doesn't matter that it's facing the wrong way. It's all good. And just pop a bunch of controllers, extensions, sorry. Not too fussed about what it looks like. This is only a temporary thing. Any more? 2 more. There we go. Right, so that should give us... What is that? 24,000 or 248,000? 248,000 cargo capacity. Let's call it a sort of group. Call it decon in. Reason that's... And then all we need to do is go decon in. That's not the right one. Decon in. Thank you very much. And then we just chuck everything that we want to deconstruct into here. So now we all these combat steel and Xeno steel blocks. I'm never going to use those. Some people might use them, and in fairness, you know, the Xeno steel ones, they have a lot more hit points and they're quite a lot lighter than normal blocks. So you do get some people build ships out of these things, which is absolutely fair enough. But you need to do it in survival mode. You can build in creative mode like I want to. We're going to get rid of all but one of our repair bays. Get rid of these laser cannons and things like that. It's going to give us a nice amount of a restroom and stuff. Hardened steel blocks, the lights, just everything. The whole lot. Just get rid of it all. I want to keep that. The generators can go. The 125 cargo boxes can go in there. Yeah. Do you know what? I'm not gonna keep anything, I don't think. Because at the end of the day, I could just build it again if I need it. I don't even need the projectile turrets. Not at the moment. I mean, probably at some point I might need projectile turrets, but not at the moment. All me sort of survival bits, I'm going to keep these solar panels because I am going to use them at one point. The ammo boxes as well. No, you can make those. You can't make these ones. These are like quite unique, interesting little beasts because you can't build them. I can't remember whether they've actually got an SU capacity limit or not. Let's go inside here. There we go. Yeah, fine. Anyway. So, the force fields, all this stuff, you can go up there. The tool turrets, there's a tool turret in the EX01. Yep, so I don't need another one, I don't need another 2, that's for sure. We'll keep the tier 2 extender for the base, air bay, and the cores. Okay, I think that's everything. I think that's everything we're going to get the deconstructor to do. It is going to take a long old time to get through all of that, in fairness, especially the blocks at the beginning. It is going to take a long time to do that. Right, let's run down here to the deconstructor. We got to set the deconstructor is now going to be going from decon in, there it is, and just go back to input. Just go back to input because, you know, that's where everything is. Right, and what we got here, we got a base that's running at 58% efficiency because it's got 106,000. So I mean, you know, I did keep this, and it's good that you can sort of pick it up and put it back as need be. So I'm just gonna plop that there, and that means we're now running at 100% efficiency. Of course, we'll put a little bit of extra fuel in here because we are going to run out of that. So how much does it take? It takes quite a lot. 28%. There we go. Fine. We'll have to obviously make sure that we extract that before we leave. Oxygen's fine at 20%, that's okay. So yes, before we do leave this planet, obviously I'll finish looting this. There's not much, there's a few boxes and stuff. There's no like loot here, you know, proper loot containers. But one thing that I do want to take with me is everything in here. So I'm going to grab all this veggies and goodies stuff. We're going to take up all these seeds, all these sprouts at some point as well. The ground is kind of conflicting with what's going on here. Are we inside or outside right now? That's funny, isn't it? You stand on the ground and you're outside, and off it you're inside. let's maybe help you out a little bit here, Mr. POI. What did I just pick up? Did I just literally pick up a... I did. You can pick up sprouts with the drill. I did not know that. I don't think that's on purpose. I can't imagine that that is on purpose. That's bizarre. Okay, well, good to know, good to know. Ryan, no, I just picked up another one. Alright, well, we got... Where the hell did they go? Okay, they went in there, fine. Disconnect from you. Bridge in! Not the sprouts. Everything in between could go in there. The buds. Those are my sprouts, yeah? Okay, so we picked up fiber sprout from here. Try and put this back to the way I found it before I rudely, you know, came into this place. Space of coffee and a mushroom. There we go, it's all back to normal now. Okay, so these are hopefully will regrow and I can repick them, but that's a nice little bonus for my fridge. And like I said, you know, before I leave, I need to make sure that I pick all this up. So yeah, quite a cool little, quite a nice little find, this settlement, really is. There's another one over here that I didn't even realise. There's a bloody nether farm over here. Well, that's just excellent, that is. Like I said, it's quite a bit bigger than the settlements that I'm used to seeing. I mean, this sort of bit here is what I remember. This is all new. This is what I remember the settlement having. This weird little platform here, this weird little platform here, and these little buildings with the O2 station and stuff. But yeah, there's obviously been a lot of expansion. A lot of expansion. Okay. Right, well, the deconstructor's working away. Let's have a quick check. How working away is it working? I'm also going to make sure, actually, is this base's generator capacity able to take it? Yeah, just a bit. 2% with this thing whirring away. Wow, out of 200 and something or others that it had, it's down to 50 already. Yeehaw! It's properly going for it. Very good. Marvellous. Okay. We're going to let that carry on. I'm going to grab the bolt now. We're going to go for a little explore around the planet and see if we can find any titanium deposits and whatnot. I'll leave the STO3 here. Alright. We'll fly into the sun. But yeah, it's quite a big planet. I think what I'll do is I'll just fly east and get a full sort of round... sorry, west. And get a full sort of round the planet idea and stuff, just looking out for any territories, which I don't think we will find any, because there wasn't any base attacks or anything. Not the Polaris don't have base attacks, of course, so. Well, if I find anything of interest, I'll be right back. So I had a bit of flying around. Managed to make it all the way around the planet. I did find quite a lot of deposits on the way, from just iron to large titanium deposits. And very large cobalt deposits as well. In terms of POIs, nothing. Nothing, absolutely nothing particularly exciting at all. We found a crashed capital vessel. It's probably the most exciting thing, but certainly nothing that we haven't seen before. As expected, no territories whatsoever. No Polaris, Talon, anything. This is a barren, empty world of nothingness. Far from crap load of titanium, crap load of neodymium, and a few bits and bobs in between. So, weirdly I didn't find any Promethean, but then, you know, there's huge swaths of the planet that I haven't been to, and there's only 6 Promethean deposits, so the odds were against me. What I'm going to do, first of all, let's check to see how our... I've got no Wi-Fi on the base, have I? Let's see how the deconstructor is doing, first of all. Maybe turn that off to get a bit bright down here. Okay. Settlement. Decon in. is still very much working its way through. It looks like it's got to the tech equipment. And it's still got all these lasers and stuff like that to work through. But you can see there's scozium alloy, the flux coils, the titanium we're getting out of it. No titanium rods yet, though, just the plate. It'll be interesting to see if we get any rods out of these sort of slightly more advanced things like the advanced constructors here. Because I'm pretty sure that had flux coils in it. It has just given us the flux coils, though, in fairness, instead of the rods. And you need the rods for flux coils. So, you know, as an intermediate compromise, perfectly happy with that. That seems to have... Is that not doing anything? Or it was on 34 tech equipment a while ago. Oh, okay, 33. So it is working through that. Tech equipment, I think, just gives us plastic. And maybe some electronics and stuff. I don't know what it gives us, but, you know, whatever. Anyway, we've still got a bit of time to wait before our deconstructor is finished. In that case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it here and take the STO3 and the EX01, and we're going to go after some of these neodymium. I might pick up some cobalt and some copper. I might just pick up a bit of everything, you know, because let's have a look at the input. What have we got? We've got 1,000 copper. That's all of our neodymium there. And that's all of our titanium. Likewise with the cobalt and stuff. So we kind of need a bit of everything. The only thing that we don't really need at the moment is iron and, weirdly, promethium, which we have in droves. But all the sort of basics and stuff we can obviously do with more. At the moment, I haven't got anything in the factory. Okay, I'm not sure what to build next. I'm sort of torn between obviously going for the typical bigger, badder, better CV that has more hangar space and stuff like that, or obviously getting, you know, something that can fight, something that can tank, a place to live. It's difficult to know kind of where to go from here, because with the galaxy so big, I feel like bases, until you kind of achieved the exploration that you want to achieve, and you've sort of gone to as many planets and systems that you want to go through, then bases kind of just get lost in the expanse. Do you know what I mean? So at the moment, I'm very much leaning towards a sort of bigger, badder CV, and just going, because, you know, we're mobile now. We have a CV that can take things like the hover miner and stuff, so we can tear up entire deposits very quickly. I'm tempted to just go for something stupidly big, and you know what's coming, don't you? You've seen it before. I could go for an 86% efficient superlifter. See, haven't actually published this yet. Not sure if I'm ready to at the moment. I've actually got a lot of work to do on the old superlifter. The original superlifter, well, this one obviously T1, 0% efficiency. It hasn't been CPU-ified. The superlifter C has, but I obviously need to test it. 86% is not amazing. I want to try and get that number higher. I was hoping Alpha 12 was going to help me by reducing the cost of thrusters and stuff, but it didn't happen. And the missing mod thing is a work in progress. I need to finish that one, because that's got Crazy Z's little captain's yacht thing on the bottom of it. So, I mean, I could put that in the factory and at least start gathering the resources, even if it's not finished yet, and I need to continue tweaking it to get that efficiency up a little bit more. Something less stupid is the Naginata, the Retrofit A, which is a Patreon reward ship. It's 100% at tier 4. I mean, the only problem with the Naginata, it doesn't have the hangar space. It has enough hangar space for 2 ships, and that's it. You know, the rest of it is just armor and guns. So it's not particularly helpful. So yeah, I'm sort of a little bit lost. I mean, it would be good to know what are you guys doing at the moment in your playthroughs? Are you sort of are you building a base and building up from there and just going out on little sorties around the galaxy and then always coming home? I guess with a 30 light year range, the teleporter is good, but again, I want to kind of get a bit closer into the center of the galaxy here and do some exploring on that side of things before I settle down. But yeah, let me know what you guys are doing at the moment, because I'm a bit kind of lost at the moment with what to do. I don't know what to do. So yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna stick in the superlifter C. I'm gonna just stick that in the factory as something that's going to absorb stuff, and that we can at least resource-wise work towards as a goal. But there is something else that I'm going to put in here first, but I'm not ready to show it yet. It's still work in progress, as I said in the last episode. Anyway, our deconstructor is working away. It's now actually got to the pulse lasers and stuff like that, so probably he's going to eat through that relatively quickly from now on. Let's grab the ship and head out and do some deposit mining. I'll turn signals back on now. You gonna behave yourself? Oh, it's getting a bit dark now, isn't it? Okay, so yeah, let's head up to this little cluster here. I can grab all of those, and then we can move on and get some titanium, because there's 2 neodymium deposits there, copper and cobalt. There is iron silicon on here as well. It would be worth, I suppose, getting a deposit of those each. Maybe there's 2 silicons there and an iron. That's a cobalt, damn. Well, I'm just going to work my way around, but yeah, there's like 3-4 titanium deposits down here, so I think we'll probably come down here and just go through those 4, and that will probably see us through. I would think that would see us through titanium-wise for quite some time. It's not like there's a shortage of planets to go to. I think, you know, sitting on one planet and mining it all up, you know, to prepare for the future is kind of pointless now. You've got so much choice, so many planets to choose from. It is kind of like, oh, okay, here's this planet. Let's have a quick look around, grab a deposit or 2, and move on. This isn't now the only planet you can get titanium, neodymium, and stuff on it. There's going to be plenty out there. Oh, there's even little ice columns on here, don't they? Oh, I need to deploy my guns. Now, sometimes it's actually worth picking these guys up, because I think they have some pretty good. They got titanium ore on them. There you go. All along, looking for titanium. All you need to do was 100 golems. Mind you, that's a fairly RNG intensive activity, to be fair. Right. Anyway, there was a cobalt deposit right in front of me. There it is. Okay, I need to actually switch to drill mode, because cruise mode, it's the hover engines are right on the outside. It doesn't lend the dexterity you need ideally to drill. I actually need to stick that damn top turret as well. I popped them all out because pop you away. You're just going to get in the way, my friend. Otherwise, oh, that is bright, isn't it? Those lights are bright. Right. Well, this is me for a little while now, while I sort of drill my way through to riches and stuff. There we go, picking up cobalt like there's no tomorrow. Loving it. We're going to do this for cobalt and everything else that I mentioned. And then I think we're going to move on. Assuming the deconstructor's done, of course. Well, I've mined a few deposits, and just 2 of the large titanium deposits have yielded almost 3 stacks of titanium ore. So we're doing okay there, not too bad at all. A bit of iron as well, and look at the cobalt. That is just 1 deposit of cobalt, gave us all that much, which is pretty good. Bit of neodymium, not as much, and a bit of silicon. What the devil has the silicon gone? The silicon's gone up there somewhere. Where is it? There are 500. Not a lot of silicon. Silicon's a bit stingy. Very small deposits here on this planet, but there we go. The deconstructor is finished as well. I've just popped back over to the settlement, and that has yielded 121 flux cores, 540 zirconium alloy, and a good sort of 500 or so zirconium and a restrum to add to what we had there before. So very, very lucrative. I've just also disassembled the settlement in terms of grow plots. So we've got a bunch of grow plots now. 55 grow plots just sat there waiting to do something. Picked the assembler back up and looted everything in that settlement. We're actually ready to go and continue our exploration. But that was very, very profitable for a planet with next to nothing on it. You know, we've done pretty well. There's still a crap load of deposits on it, but You know, I'm going to spend my entire life mining through that. Not when 1 or 2 deposits give you that much titanium. I think we'll be okay for a while. You know, just going out on a limb. And like I said, you know, it's not like there's a shortage of planets here, is there? So let's crack on. We're going to turn hibernate off. Thrusters on, and we are out of here. Let's continue our exploration. We're probably going to jump to a new star system, I think. Something maybe in Polaris territory. Yeah, Polaris territory I think will be good, because if we can get a bunch of trade stations and stuff, then because we have got some selling to do. We really do. This mist container is now completely full. It is yammed up with all sorts of stuff that we just don't really need at the moment. So let's have a look at our galaxy map. This is where we are at the moment. Riser. Gotta call it Riser, even though it's a snow planet. We're obviously in the K-type star. There is another one there. Let's give a quick check. Where are we going? We want to head in that general direction because we want to sort of progress towards the center of the galaxy. We'll try a G-type star because the last one we tried was a G2 type star, if you remember. And this is in no man's territory at the moment. This is out of anywhere, so that's good. Maybe it will be contested. Maybe there'll be nothing there at all. Don't know. We are leaving behind. Well, there's another ice planet over there. These 2 moons around Yum. Oh, would it be worth actually checking out this space station? That is a Polaris space station because it's orange. Maybe. Should we try that first? I think we shall. Right. Where is it? Down there. Bring her about. Very low on oxygen. I've got to be careful not to forget to fill my tanks up before I go back outside again. Fortunately, the ship is obviously pressurized. There's no big deal. Shields down and warp away. Okay. Ah, there we go. Right. Actually, anything here? We've got a couple of resource asteroids and a couple of things, but I don't know what any of them are. We've got one coming up on our starboard side, and now let's have a cheeky gander at what these damn things are. Oh, it's just a wreckage. Oh, they're probably just all wreckages then, rather than a space station. Looks like part of a ship, like the engine module of a ship. There's actually some decent thrusters in this. A quick goosey. Don't forget, top my oxygen up before I go wandering. I'm also going to need an EVA boost here. Let me quickly grab a bolt here, swap our armor out for that, swap our multi out for oxygen. Lots and lots of oxygen. Let's have a quick gander at this. Not a wreck I think I've seen before, so I don't need the debug menu right now. Yeah, it definitely looks like the engine compartment of a ship. Yes, actually some decent thrusters on this thing. Large thrusters. Can I come in? Yeah. Has it got a core? I don't know. It seems to be powered on. But it must have a core somewhere. Yes, it does. There it is. Mine now. Yoink! How is the Earth mover the closest thing? Seriously. STO3. I know you've got cores. I gave you cores. Right. Core. In. Mine now. Take your fuel. Yes, thank you. That was a good one. So I wonder if these other question marks are other parts of this ship. Maybe we should investigate. I don't think it is. I don't know. This looks like it's in way worse state condition than the other bit. There are a few containers on here. I don't think there's anything particularly exciting on this one. A couple of generators and stuff, and that's it. Okay. Boo! Yeah, whatever. Okay, right. Well, there's a couple of magnesium asteroids in this orbit, and we need magnesium, so I'm gonna go pick those up. That will be a hand drill kind of experience, because we don't actually have the laser drills on this ship yet. Which, I suppose, actually, why not, right? There it is. Other than CPU, which, I mean, we have some leeway. We've got about 250,000 CPU that we can still spend on this ship. And we are level 25 now, so actually we could probably unlock the old CPU tier 3 and 4 extenders. And the mining stuff, ore and wood, and drill module laser here. We've got a tier 2 shield, but we haven't unlocked it. In with the repair bays, I guess. I need to do that as well. Oh, that reminds me. Quite a few of you pointed out and reminded me. Well, I guess I didn't really forget. It's just that there isn't really much point at this point in templating things. I don't have any repair facilities. But I do actually have repair bay and module anyway, so I may as well do it. But yeah, whenever you bring a ship in, guys, or you want to be able to restore it back to its current state of repair, just make sure you hit this save template button down here. It's very nicely tucked away and doesn't like to remind you it's there. So if you forget, that's just on you, you know. You can't repair your ship back to what it is unless you press that button. Save the template. Template is saved. There's a magnesium asteroid. I'll be right back once I've mined this. Right, so let's go and head over to this Zurxra G-type star over here and see what we can find in yonder direction. Oh, bring her about, Captain. Shields are already down. We're already moving at fair pace. Smack that K button. Oh my god! Do forget that it likes to drop us right in front of the star. Alright, what we got? We have got a lot of empty space. Got the info panel back up. Empty space, empty space, empty space. That one doesn't have a description. It's not even empty space. It's just nothing. Whoa! Whoa, what was that? Is that ice? Is that ice? I want ice. Let's go to ice. We want ice, don't we? There's Promethean in that space there. Empty space. Boomf. Boomf 181781 sector. Maybe we should check out Boomf. G-type star. Mamamalala. Mamalia. Might be a good one. That might have a Restrum Zirconium on it. Because yeah, that would be a lava planet, that one, wouldn't it? And lava planets, they always have a little bit of goodies on them. What I was saying, that this planet over at Abaway has got a Restrum in orbit. Look at that. Anyway, we're not really after mine. I'm bored of mining. Let's see if we can get some ice first before I'm completely bored of mining. And then maybe find a POI or something to smash. Right. Ice, please. That'll be cool. Oh! We got some red and orange dots here. That's either a Xerax Petroli troll. It is. It's a level 1 Xerax Petroli troll. Alright, we've got 3 potential resources. Set to the closest one first. They should all be ice. In theory, they should all be ice. Because that's what it said that was in this area, was ice. It is ice! It is ice! There's 3 ice asteroids in this area. That's awesome. We are totally going to mine that. Well, let me find out. Because obviously mining by hand is like trying to carve your own eyes out with spoons. So let's see. Can I? Oh yes, I can. How much CPU do these buggers cost? Does it say? CPU 4,000. It's actually not that bad. I've got 250,000 CPU to play with. So I'm going to get myself some of these badgers and we're going to see if we can mount them on the ship somehow. That's going to take some doing actually, because you know me, I like things to look nice. And this ship wasn't designed initially to have lasers, drill lasers mounted on them. So where on earth am I going to mount some drill lasers so that they look quite reasonable? I could mount them all the way along here in a nice line. I mean, they'd look crap. That's the problem. Because, well, you've got these turrets are in the way, so you can't set them back very far. Let's have 3 there. but then I'll break my airtightedness if I add them above as well. Okay, well, there's 2 slots right here. I could take these vents out. They could work quite nicely. And I could take the blocks out, but then they're really far apart. And the drills on a CV work quite nicely together if they're quite tightly clustered. If they're really far apart, you end up just drilling rock, because you find you can only really aim one side of them. They work, unlike sort of the coaxial guns, these coaxial mining lasers, they work as coaxial things should, really, in that they fire in a direct and straight line, and that's about it. So, yeah, I might just stick them all on one side and have done with that. It's just a case of which side do I mess up and make it look like a disaster area. Okay. Well, nobody said it was going to be pretty. Nobody said it's going to be pretty. Okay, I'm going to create a new version of the STO3 in creative mode, I think. I could call it the STO3 Hunchback, because I just add some mining lasers in like a really haphazard one-sided thing, and just give it a weird hunch on one side. Anyway, 6 mining lasers have been attached to the STO3, ruining its handsome looks, but you know, functionality at this point is key. So we now have 6 lasers attached. Oh, actually, do you know what I haven't done? Before we do anything more, hey, let's check our CPU stats. What are we at? We're at 2. You know, we've barely moved. Those lasers really don't cost that much at all, do they? Well, what we haven't done is actually set any kind of input container. So yeah, this would be really good as a ore and wood container, and I don't think you can't. I thought I'd check before I did something stupid, and then everybody in the comments was like, "Spanj, you could just upgrade the container controller to an ore and wood container controller." No, you can't. You can't do that. Okay, fine. We can't do that, which means we have to either replace it, which is a bit of a nightmare. No, we can do it, because I think what we could do is just move all that over there. It struggles a bit, but it does do it. Okay, connector blocks and devices. Connector blocks and devices. Oh no, that's over here. We can't do that. Connector. There we go. We do need some more. No, I'll pick them up, won't I? So we take that out, and we take one of those out right there, and we might have to take that block out as well, just to finish this. They all weirdly went into my inventory, which is nice. Oh, what am I doing? I do actually... Yeah, I was right the bloody first time. Why don't I listen to myself sometimes, I tell you. I do need a ore and wood container controller. Well, that took a long time. Because... Swing that over there, grab you, pop you there, thank you very much. Pop you in there, like thus. Reason I then took the floor out is because I then need to add a container extension to it in order for it to pick up the full 320,000. If you whack your new controller onto existing extensions, they just don't pick it up. Just bear that in mind. So that's why I did that. There we go. Now we can group this. I hope you're keeping up. Hope you're keeping up. We'll group this within our cargo boxes so that we can name it input, like that, and we can then go back to blocks and devices and the STO3 input. Where are you? Input. There it is, and we can shove everything back over. Now I can't use the arrow in this instance because obviously, you know, this container is full of all stuff that we don't want in the input container. Unfortunately, we do it the old-fashioned way, but it's pretty quick. There we go, done. Ore and wood container controller, 320,000 capacity. We can set you back to input. Decompressing? Why? Why have I run out of oxygen? I think I might not have enough oxygen. Fine, have 15 bottles. We're about to get a bucket load of ice. So we should be fine, right? Okie dokie 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 dokie. See if this works. Hoo-hoo! That's like a railgun of lasers. Actually, let's sit in the actual cockpit. Then we get a better view of it. Look at that! That's chewing it up. Absolutely chewing it up. That is much better than hand mining. We were able to do that thanks to that deconstructor and deconstructing all those Zascosium and the Restrum things. We've just slapped on. This is going to make our mining life so easy. Look at it go! Look at it go. Absolutely chewing it up. Look at all that ice we're going to get. All that crushed stone we're going to get as well. Crushed stone is less kind of exciting, but still good. The ice, let's have a quick check, because I think with the ice ore now, we pop back down to the constructor. We should be able to now manufacture water from the ice blocks. In fact, we can. So let's get like 4,000 of that stuff lined up. I was hoping it was going to stack into 4,000. It seems to only stack into 1,000. Still, that is way better than what it used to stack, which was like, what was it, 10, 20, 100 even? I can't remember what it used to stack in, but it was pathetic. So that stacks quite nicely. Now we can get that working on some water. Water is good because that is going to enable us to make oxygen. And if we want to produce fusion cells, which use hydrogen, and you get hydrogen obviously from water. So there we go. Wonderful, wonderful good news. Look at that. Well, the benefit, I've sat in the wrong seat again. The benefit of CV mounted mining lasers, they are proper good. Proper good. And actually I wish I had these when I mined that bloody magnesium asteroid earlier. That took ages. Wonderful. I think that is a fairly satisfying place to end today's episode, ladies and gentlemen. I think that's excellent progress, and it really goes to show the power of a deconstructor and loot from a mere handful of POIs in this game can really accelerate you up to this sort of end game technology. We're not in end game yet. We're not in end game yet because our CV is pretty weak. It's only got cannon turrets on it. You know, if we attack the POI with this thing, and I don't think, well, I think we'd have to retreat. Because the shields would go down reasonably quickly. But, we do need to invest our factory time in some more military-esque hardware in order to be able to take absolutely anything on we want to. But yeah, next episode we're going to continue our march towards the center of the galaxy and hopefully find something there, and maybe find somewhere to set up a base and play with some teleporters. That might be fun. But yeah, that is going to be all for today. I'm going to mine this ice in record time, thanks to my 6 new CV drill lasers. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.